Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're all having a good morning, afternoon, evening, and you guys already know Assault Meliodas was confirmed. He should be coming out, well, whenever I decide to drop this video, because I'm just recording videos in bulk. He should be coming out within a couple days or so. But yeah, with his arrival, we should actually be getting a few balance changes to the 4 characters on the screen. Now, I honestly forgot about this myself, but it is very good that these characters get, they get buffed up, because Assault Melee works with commandments and demons. Now, the fact that they decided to, buff up these units is very good, which means we'll be getting future buffs for the for more commandments in the in the future. But this is great because Galen really needed the buffs. He has horrible substats in the game currently, but with this balance change slash update, he will be getting a lot better. As you can see, his crit rate goes from 10 to 40, his crit damage goes from 20 to 45, crit defense goes to 20, or goes from 20 to 40, and his lifesteal goes from 0 to 5. Now keep in mind, these substats slash basic stats are rarity level 60 without costumes. They're just basically, you get the character, that's it, without costumes. I don't even think these stats and substats are with the costumes you get when you summon the character, right? They're not equipped, so keep that in mind, right? But still, very good changes, because if you want to actually, for some reason build up Galen, he's not a bad character. It's just there's a few other characters that you might want to make UR equipment for. But if you do want to work on Galen, if he's your favorite character, this is good, because now he'll have better substats in terms of attack related substats and basic stats. Because if you look here, all of his stuff is legit just attack related stuff. It's kind of cool. But yeah, so very good. I think his crit rate going up from 10 to 40 was a major change. That's a 30 increase. That's very good. 30-point increase is very good, especially considering his crit rate is crit chance, if you didn't know, especially since his crit chance was 10%. Yeah, no, but being at 40%, you might have a better chance at critting. You have to run him with maybe Ladocia or Green Gother, but still, he might be able to crit here and there, which is very good. And if he does crit, his crit damage will be very good as well. Yeah, so keep that in mind. Now, when it says it goes up from 10 to 40 or 20 to 45, I believe that's just the change in number as well, because there's no way crit damage is at 20. So this might be at 120, and then the change is that it goes up to 145. In terms of crit chance, I think actually his crit chance is at 10%. We can take a look, but yeah, I think his crit chance is actually at 10%, which is terrible. Which that shouldn't have even been a thing when he released. I really don't understand why he did that. But yeah, see, 10%, so it'll go up to 40%, which is very nice. Same thing with the crit damage, so very good there. So yeah, I do like the buffs they gave Galen. Now we go on to Melascula, right? Melascula gets an increase in her attacking HP, which is very nice, because you are going to be using Melascula. You're actually going to be using Melascula a lot with Assault Meliodas, because basically the team you're gonna want to run is Assault Melee, Melascula, Blue Droll, and Red Zeldris, right? You're gonna want to run Red Melascula. I just want to make that clear. Red Melascula, not the blue one. Red Melascula. But yeah, so her having an increase to her attacking HP is very good. By the way, her recovery is insane. This is insanity. The fact that they boosted it from 100 to 120 is beyond me. Is beyond me. Her resistance goes up from 10 to 35, which isn't really the biggest thing. The biggest thing to take away is her attack, HP, and recovery. Her recovery is stupid. Her recovery is oh my god. I mean, Lord, it's insane. So If we take a look at her recovery rate, it's at 100%. Then we go here, it's at 104.5%. It's going up to a 120. Keep in mind, this isn't what her cosmetics equipped or anything. And then her regeneration is insane. I can't show it, but yo, her regeneration, the blue ones is higher. Her, oh my god, it's just she's crazy. She's crazy when it comes to recovery stuff. Like when it comes to getting her own health. Melascula's she's right? She's I'm just gonna say that. But yeah, Melascula is actually crazy when it comes to healing herself. That's very, very good. It gives her more survivability, and also with her HP being increased, gives her more survivability as well. You may not think it matters, but it does matter a lot. The fact that these units are getting amped and buffed does matter, because again, not even just for assault melee, just for being units in the game. It's nice every time a unit gets buffed, right? Especially ones that aren't used as much. It's nice to see that they're still getting a little bit of love. So yeah, that's all from Alaska. Let's move down to Gloxinia. Now Gloxinia, his substats are terrible. His substats are literally terrible, but they did go ahead and like reprimand it with, you know, increasing his penetration, resistance, and crit defense. His basic stats for in terms of attack and HP are increased as well. He actually has a more attack and HP than Melascula does. However, his substats, again, they're terrible. But his penetration, or his pierce rate is what they call it on global, 20 to 35. So he only got a 15 point increase, but that's still very, that's still good. Any of these buffs matter. His resistance went up by 20 points as well, being at 40 now, and then his crit defense was at 0. Now it's at 30. I still think this is pretty bad, but it's better than 0. It's literally better than 0. This is for both of them, by the way. So yeah, the fact that they are buffing Gloxinia is a good thing as well. You won't really be using Gloxinia as much. You'll be using red Gloxinia more often than the green one. So still good thing that they did go ahead and buff him, because that's nice that, he has a little bit more, I don't want to say bulk. I want to say like he has a little bit more, I guess you could say, I don't know, relevance, quote unquote. That's not the word I'm looking for, but yeah, he can be useful somewhat. Now, if we take a look at the red one, yeah, these are his substats currently at the moment. Terrible. Crit chance, not the worst, 54%. He's not a crit-based unit, so 54% crit chance actually isn't bad. 23% resistance, but now he will go ahead and get an additional 20%. So basically that's at 40-something%. So not the worst either. Pierce rate, again, 15 points. So yeah, his substats will be looking a little better, a little bit, but still not the greatest. And he does get a little bit of bulk on the super awakening system, but nothing too crazy. Again, crit chance actually goes up by a lot, so still somewhat decent, but not crazy. And then lastly, we have Monspeed. Now, Monspeed getting a buff is very, very good, because Monspeed for a little while, for maybe like a month or so, maybe a little month and 2 weeks, he was very dominant in PvP with Kyo. That meta was very, very powerful. Then Goddess Liz came out. Then Goddess Elizabeth came out, and everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked, right? So, yeah. But still, very good, because I know a lot of people do have Monspeed worked on because of the month that he was dominant. So he is getting buffed. He actually has, I believe, the most buffs out of all of them, which is very nice. His pierce rate will go up by 5 points, which was kind of, I don't know why they made it only go up by 5 points. I think it could have went up by 15, but whatever. His crit rate, or crit chance, goes up by 20. Nice, very, very nice for the green Monspeed especially. His crit damage, again, goes up by 5 points, and then his lifesteal goes up by 5 points. So I don't know why they only made it go up by 5 on pierce rate, crit damage, and lifesteal. But sure, right? I mean, I get lifesteal going up by 5, because lifesteal, if it were like at 15, it'd be pretty crazy. But I think they could have just easily made pierce rate and crit damage go up by 15 points. I don't understand the reasoning behind that, but sure, why not? And then his attacking HP goes up as well. So very, very good buffs all around for these, you know, these quote unquote 4 characters, but it's actually a lot more units in the game. It's like what, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 8 units in the game that get buffed, but for the characters in the game. So very, very nice. I think this is good. I think, you know, once more characters, or, you know, I guess festival units come out that rely on certain team compositions, we could see more balance changes. Also, we should just be able to see more balance changes in the game, because the game is going on 2 years. I would love to see boosted stats for like base Meliodas, since we only really have one base SSR Meliodas. Boosted stats for Bond, boosted stats for like Diane. I don't know why I said like that. Deanne, right? Boosted stats for, I think Merlin could have had boosted stats actually when Lolly Merlin came out, so that should have been a thing. We could see Escanor's fine. We could see like boosted stats for Gila. We could see boosted stats for Hauser, Gil Thunder, Greyamore, Hendrickson, etc., right? But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end the video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and as always, I will see you all next time.